Good evening, Chaotic Comics here. It's been a couple months since I've made a haul video, so I'll be showing some items that I got over the last couple months, divided up into multiple videos because I have about 5 short boxes. So the first item is Hanna-Barbera's Laugh-O-Lympics #1 I got from my local shop for $5. Couldn't pass that up. Remember the series from when I was just a little tyke. Got this in another shop. $5 for it. It's in mint condition. I just like the cover. World's Finest 218. I don't really show modern comics, but I know this has heated up a little bit, or there was some talk about this being optioned, which, you know, nowadays they option everything. But it's Gasolina #1, the ash can. I haven't read it yet. Like I said, I picked up about 5 short boxes over the last couple months, so I haven't really read anything. I've just been buying, stuffing them into bags with boards and putting them in a box. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who does that, but it makes it a little tough on reading. I also picked up Kill the Minotaur ash can. I think that has been optioned as well. Got this from the Wonderful Bay. Supergirl #1. Love that cover. Eternals #7, and I forget who this is the first appearance of, but supposedly someone who will be in one of the next Marvel movies. Something heating up, but. And then these next, this next one I picked up from a comic lot. My friend, actually my neighbor, manages storage lockers. It's one of the jobs he has. He's also an auctioneer. So he can't actually bid on the units, but there is someone who cleans out units when people don't pay and they abandon the unit. So he called me up and said, hey, you want to dig through some boxes? He had about 7 or 8 long boxes. And as I started digging through, I started finding minor keys like Moon Knight #1, Wolverine #1, first appearance of the New Warriors, and then I started hitting on stuff like Spider-Man 300, the first appearance of Deathstroke, this Luke Cage Hero for Hire, which I actually picked up, and it's probably 9.6, 9.8. It is clean. And then I got this as well in the same lot. And then there was like Spider-Man 361 and all the other subsequent issues with Carnage and Cletus Cassidy. So I had all those. I gave those all to him. I knew he was a big Spider-Man fanatic, so I let him have the 300. Or not let him, but he specifically asked me, which ones do you want? So, and because he kind of brought me on board, I wanted to be kind. And then first Deathstroke I really wanted, but I didn't feel right about taking Luke Cage Hero for Hire, New Mutants 98, which is about 9.6, 9.8 as well. And then this one I took, X-Men 266 Gambit. And then I gave him all the minor keys, or most of them, because I had those. But yeah, so we offered the guy 300, so for 150. I picked those up, which I felt good about. And the guy was good with it. He wasn't a comic collector. Like I said, he just cleans out storage units and just wanted to offload them for cash. Made him an offer, and he took it. So I got this off of eBay. And supposedly the guy has other comics. So this week I'm supposed to dig through some other ones. Now, I don't think there's going to be anything. I think this was kind of like a once-in-a-lifetime haul. This kind of stuff you always hear about, but you don't really believe. Well, I'm now a believer because I've lived it. And there were so many minor keys in there. There was like I don't know, like 5 Darkhawk. There was Sleepwalker #1. About 3 or 4 copies. There were I can't think right now off the top of my head, but there were just so many minor keys in there. So like I said, I get this off eBay. Nova #1, Man Called Nova #1. And it says $3, but it wasn't $3, unfortunately. I picked this up as well. This is I actually got this from a comic book collecting group. First Doom Patrol 90, not First Doom Patrol, sorry. Doom Patrol 99, first appearance of Beast Boy. It's probably a VG copy, but the price was right. And then Doom Patrol 100 I did get off of eBay, and it's the origin of Beast Boy. It's probably a good. And then, like I said, I don't really show newer comics, but this was the Barnes & Noble Walking Dead 100. I know everyone's flipping out selling the Here's Negan hardcover Barnes & Noble edition along with a comic for like $40, $50, $60, and a few people have bought it at that price. All you have to do is go to Barnes & Noble, spend $19.99, and it's actually, right now they have a special. If you buy any Image trade paperback, it's buy two, get one free. So you don't need to pay the crazy eBay prices. But I thought it's a cool cover. I collect The Walking Dead, and just really like that. This I picked up off eBay, and this was $1. $1 and like $3 shipped. So for $4, and I may already have it, but I couldn't pass it up for that. You see that it's not in the best of condition. This over here is where the cover had shifted to the left, and so the pages are exposed. But it's a decent copy. I think they listed like a 4.5, but for $1 I couldn't leave it on the bay. Picked this up from a comic book collecting site as a... No, I didn't. I picked this up on eBay. This was a 3 lot deal that I picked up. So I think he threw shipping. He reduced shipping to like $5.99 if you buy, I think, 2 or 3. So I did. So I picked this up. I've wanted this for a while. I'll probably never crack it. Just like the Luke Cage and the New Mutants 98. I'm too afraid to open it and read it. This was part of the same lot that I got. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1, Nick Fury. And then this, let me see here. I don't have it right here. I picked up this comic DOA, which just really seemed cool, but I will show it in a minute here. So I got this, the last issue of Showcase. I already had it, but it was I got it at my comic shop, and it may have been like $1 or $2. But I really just wanted to read it. Showcase, I think this is the first Creeper. Picked that up off my comic shop as well. Showcase number 73. And I think there's some talk about this becoming a show, but regardless, I just love this cover. Never really paid attention to it, and then I read a spec review that this was heating up, or it was optioned, blah blah blah. But I just think that's the coolest cover. So Showcase 75, the first appearance of Hawk and the Dove. And then this was in that storage locker find, just a minor key, but Infinity Gauntlet #1. I think it's the second copy I have, but I walked away with that as well. This was part of that deal too, House of Secrets. No, nothing big, 113. But with being in October and Halloween approaching, I love horror, and I love horror covers, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then also in that same lot, I managed to pick up Iron Fist #1 through 10. Unfortunately, the first Sabretooth, and I think is that 14 or 13, and then 13 wasn't in there as well. But, for the price, I can't complain, and it was right. So Iron Fist #1. And then 2. And these are all in pristine condition. 2. And then 3. And then 4. And then 5. Person must have bought these new and then just maybe read them once and put them in a box, because they were in great condition, or are in great condition. 6. 7. 8. It's a cool cover. 9. And last but not least, number 10. So pick this up off eBay, Avengers 144. I was a little disappointed with it because you can see the actual creases in it. And I didn't realize it when I bought it because the picture wasn't the best. And they had it listed as a 7.0, but it's clearly like a 5.0. So I reached out to the seller, and he actually refunded my money, and I offered to ship the comic back, and he said no, keep it. So I'll have to pick up another copy, but I guess I'll actually read it since I'll be picking up another copy. And I picked this up, Jimmy Olsen, or Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen, number 135. Miss Marvel, and I think I got this from a comic collecting site. Got this as the eBay variant or special for Spider-Man. Like I stated before, I really don't show newer comics, but I thought this was just a really cool cover. And I looked for it for a while and couldn't find it, and then I did. And then, obviously I did, but it was listed again. And then I had gone to the supermarket, and I noticed that there was a new kind of consignment thrift store next to it, and it said it had videos. So I thought, oh, I'll go and check it out. Well, they actually had action figures like Danger Girl, some Todd McFarlane figures, but then they had comics as well. So, nothing big, but got this for like a dollar. I thought that was kind of cool. Which is by Slave Labor. Kind of cool. And then Dark Claw, Teen Titans 26 first Terra, I believe. Alpha Flight 133 First Lady Deathstrike. This is Harry Carey commemorative issue 1. Issue 1 limited to 250. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 5. These were all $1. I couldn't let them sit there. Evangeline, and I think that is the Liefeld cover, and I think that is the riff on the Madonna cover in Vanity Fair. I thought that was kind of cool. And then this was there as well for $1, and I didn't really seek it out, but I've heard so much about it, and for $1 I couldn't pass it up. And then What If, I collect the What If comics, the first and the second series. And then just more kind of horror, October horror, Grimm's Ghost Stories, that was part of the lot, the storage locker lot. And here's another one, Grimm's Ghost Stories, 59. Pick this up off the bay. Suicide Squad. I know it's been hot for a while, been out for a while, or it was hot, cooled down, but I never really picked it up when it was hot because it just had gone crazy. And I got it for like, I don't know, $10 or $15, so happy to have it. And then the Alpha Flight, another Alpha Flight 33. I think these are kind of heating up. I heard some talk about it. Lady Deathstrike being in a movie or the potential for it. And they're so cheap right now, I'm just picking them up. I paid a couple bucks for that. I think that's like my third copy. And then this was a DOA comic I was talking about. It is kind of an underground comic. It has this wraparound cover. And it's just so cool. Let me see if I can show the rest of it. And this was, it was a couple dollars, but it's in really good condition. I thought it was kind of cool. So that's the back of it. It just opens up. It's kind of cool. Yeah, but just an underground comic. Nothing you'd want to show your kids. But it's, yeah, pretty cool. All right, well, that's my video. I'll have more up shortly, and thank you for joining me, and have a good day.